conscious creators, true cause has a mask. And maybe you've noticed, and maybe you haven't, that true cause has a mask. And that's why so many fail to realize that the cause of their experience, the source of their experience, is on the inside and not external. Think about the situation that most of the time when you have a problem, when you have trouble per se with something mechanical, say a computer or a car, you go about the process of narrowing down the potential causes to that problem until you find the actual source of the problem. It's not this, it's not this. These are the things that could be creating the problem. So you narrow it down real fast. There's a sound in and around the wheel on the driver's side. So you begin to narrow it down, narrow it down, narrow it down until you find the problem, because the sound, the deficiency, the deformity is consistent. And so you can narrow it down to the place, the area, and then to the things that could be causing it. Same thing with, your appliances. Same thing with your physical body. When there's a challenge or a dis-ease going on within the body, you narrow it down. Your physicians or you as an individual narrow it down to a specific place, a specific location, an area, as to what could be causing the problem. Oh, it's a splinter in my finger that's causing the problem. Oh, it's a tooth that is sore. That's what's causing the pain, the feel in my face, but it's not back here or anything. It's the tooth. It's the same thing. But when it comes to your experience, because you have programmed to blame and cast responsibility, no one is looking inward. But that's not the mask. The mask is the fact that experience is constantly ebbing and flowing. The mask is that you are not always offering the same expression energetically and mentally. Sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. Sometimes you're excited, sometimes you're angry and frustrated. And because you ebb and flow between states of being, your experience mirrors that. Sometimes things are good, sometimes things are not so good. And because it's ebbing and flowing all the time, it's not easy until you know. It's not easy to say, okay, I don't desire this experience. So where is the cause? What's sourcing this experience? And because you're not consistently offering the thing that causes the experience to the point where you see it, you give the power to the reflection. Oh, well, this is happening, it must be their fault. I'm feeling this way, so it must be them. I see it looks like they are causing me to feel this way. The way they spoke, the way they behaved, they're causing me to feel this way. Whereas if you were constantly in the feeling state of anger, frustration, or hate, then it would be easier to identify, okay, wow, maybe if I stop feeling this way, I see that I'm constantly feeling this way, even when my external experience doesn't appear hateful or in anger or in frustration. I see that I'm constantly feeling this way. So I wonder if I address how I feel, if it will affect what is showing up in front of me. Because there's no constant for you to actually see, and because you're constantly engaged in that ebb and flow, and your experience is constantly engaged in that constantly ebbing and flowing, it's difficult to find the true cause. And most never come to the realization that addressing the outcomes, addressing the results, addressing the manifest experience never solves the problem. You're constantly addressing it. You're constantly setting new boundaries. You're constantly creating new rules and new laws to try to address a circumstance, an undesired circumstance, but it never solves it. It never extinguishes the problem. And so you accept it as a norm that you have to continue to fight against and to push against, never realizing that the source is within and that you're wrestling, the bear that you are wrestling is an effect and not a cause. And so the mask is on the truth of experience. And that which you are addressing is really a falsity, because it doesn't really exist. You also don't realize that when an experience materializes, it's immediately history. In every present moment that it exists, it's immediately history. It's immediately history. And so that which appears is immediately history, that's not really truly a continuation of a thing, but it's constant repetition, cannot be the source of the experience when it comes and goes, when it's immediately history. That terrible conversation that you had and that you experienced that was directed towards you, the disrespect, the dishonor, was immediately history. And yet it wasn't the first time you've had that experience, and it won't be the last time you had that experience. So what is sourcing it? Is God creating this for you and you alone, and none of your friends or family having the experience? When this happened to you, when your wife was standing right beside you or your partner was standing right beside you, but it didn't happen to her or him, what's out there giving you this experience, causing this experience for you to feel bad? Is that the truth? No, that's not the truth. So where is the source of the experience? Because no, if you bring an experience into your mind right now, undesired, the one that you're thinking about is not the first time it's happened. And you already believe and know that the one that you are thinking of is not going to be the last time that it happens. You would like for it to be, but you know inside that it's not the last time you will experience, because it's just life, right? No, it's not just life. You haven't found the source. You haven't addressed the source. You haven't cleared the source. You haven't pulled the roots out of the ground of that which is sourcing the experience. Because the minute you cleanse yourself of the source of the experience, which is within you, the ideas that are aligning you with that experience, you no longer have the experience. But you've been conditioned to look outside of yourself. And in looking outside of yourself, you'll never find the source, cause of experience. Never mind whether we're talking about desired or undesired, you never find the source of your power. You are a creator. You are creating your experience, physically manifested, whatever they are, undergirded by whatever color and vibration that you are offering. They are effects and not causes. And once you understand that, you have to begin to look to the cause, the source of your experiences. Number one, so that you can clear happenings that you are undesired and you're not happy with. Happiness that sources experiences that bring you pain, right? Truly undesired. But number two, to unveil your true position of power. Once you understand the source, where the source and how to address the source of your creations, then you can get about the play and practice of intending your creations versus reacting to your creations. And that's a completely different life. That's a completely different approach to life. And this is where you're going. We're excited for each of you who are here now, open to these transmissions. We're excited for those of you who have been about this play and practice for an extended period of time. We ask that you look inward to see to your inspirations, to the questions that you're asking, seeking support, seeking guidance to connect the dots to all that you have learned to this point. For you know you're not moving as fast as you could be. You know you're not creating at a level that you could be. You know you haven't truly revealed the truth of you in source so that you can live your life from that space. Live the life you are inspired to live without hesitation. If you know you've been about this play and practice for a while and you haven't reached that point and you're not clear that you're approaching that point, then look to the description. Check out that which is freely offered, those presentations. Schedule your free Ascension session. Allow us to support you on your highest intention at the moment. Get more information on the private community, the Ascension Accelerator, where the tools, everything that's required to accelerate your growth and expansion and to establish a platform for quantum leaps in your ability, in the opportunity of you knowing truly the truth of you in source so that you can begin to create and express your life from that place. Everything is there. And if you are inspired to become a part of that most powerful community, we are ready for you. We are excited for you. But follow your inspiration in that regard. We are thankful, grateful for the opportunity to share. We're thankful for the vessel. We're thankful for each of you offering fertile ground for these transmissions. We are here for you from our now non-physical perspective, offering that which you know to be true, offering that which we know would transform your life. We honor you. We celebrate you, and we love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you.